Let's see if we get to. We're going live. Oh shit, we're live. Are we live? Okay, going after hours. Here we go. Now I have to find Jamie's number. All right, let's do this. Phone. There it is. Gonna go live on my channel. Let's do this shit.
By God.
Boom! Now I have a control.
Let me reattach my mic here.
Yeah, now I have a control over the volume and everything.
All right, I got you.
On,
I got you now. Oh, I got you.
Turn off the goddamn mute.
Not this
now,
time.
Josh says, now we can hear you. That's,
yeah,
you know why?
baby.
Because you're on my damn system. And I can control this shit. Because I have the old school system. What it is.
Who control Bartertown? Scott control Bartertown.
I control this shit.
That's awesome.
One shot cap is later. I mean, here's the thing. I'm doing a pre-show for tomorrow morning.
Yep.
And what is it? 10:26 my time. I put the heifers in the damn barn tonight because I ain't cheating you. It's 50-mile-an-hour winds right here at the ranch. It is windy as shit.
Brutal.
And it was a long day sitting with the wind. So I'm glad to be indoors for a little bit. Heifers,
I don't blame you.
Guess what, heifers? You're on your own. Cab it out. Push it out. Push it.
Push it real good.
Push it real good. Deal with this shit, man.
I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna flip you on YouTube right here and see if I can see it.
You just go ahead and do what you do.
Oh yeah, here we go.
Because we are nothing but virgins about social media at this point.
yeah.
And I'm just gonna do what I do here.
We're actually what social media should be.
Man, I tell you what, this little old smoky Tennessee peanut butter whiskey. If you like peanut butter, it's good, but I don't. But it is the last thing I have in my house.
Man, I do like peanut butter, and I'm logged in. I see you. You're looking good.
It is literally the last bottle. Well, I take that back. So tomorrow when I do my shot of ivermectin, I got this little bit of tin cup. But it is the last thing I have in the house. I have not left the house in a long time for calving, and it is terrible stuff. I mean, I'm
well, what you got to do is take some of that apple juice shot you gave me.
It is gone. So when I did your program, it started up. It's gone. There's nothing but crumbles like coffee grounds on the damn bottom of this thing left, man.
So what you're saying is 701 Nation's a bad influence.
Absolutely it is. One Shot Cat says, hey, GD, missed your show earlier tonight. Well, you can pick it up in the restream.
Hey, Cap, appreciate it. Yeah, if you don't get it on rewatch on any of our social media, we got it on the freaking live on the podcast, buddy. Get it done tomorrow. Appreciate you coming in now, though.
Trampus Brenner says, don't you have any hams? I do. So get this. So I have not been to town for a long time because of calving.
Yeah, 40-some days you told me.
On Tuesday, I asked a buddy of mine if he could come up and help me move my AI heifer pairs out to the next pasture. And it was a goddamn rodeo. Okay. Now, so not only that, but I'm getting on a horse that he's been wintered all winter, and that's awesome, by the way. And he had a brand new horse. And young calves with heifers. Heifers are just stupid as a box of goddamn rocks. So, and the calves are dumb. And we're both freaking flipping loops off these damn horses that are not ready for this stuff in the springtime, right? I mean, that's just how it is. So anyway, it was an interesting rodeo to get out there. And I asked him, I said, could you come up and help me? He said yes. And he works from 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's his job.
Dang.
Yeah. So he does sanitary in and around the Bowman County area.
That's a hard-working gentleman.
He is a hard-working machine. 4 a.m. to 1 p.m. And he says, yes, I'll get my horse and I'll come up and I'll help you out. I said, can you bring a brick of hams? Because I have been out of liquor since January.
Yeah.
All right. And he says, absolutely. I said, but that's the only way I'm going to pay you is because you're going to drink the liquor that you just bought. He comes up with a case and a half of Hams beer. And I'll tell you this, after one day of trying to move those damn cattle across a quarter mile of pasture into their next area, we are completely out of Hams beer.
He needs to come out again.
Well, so tomorrow I got to do the Calcutta I got 2 different auctions tomorrow. I'm going to go get some beer. So don't worry about that, dear. So Josh, I appreciate you. Trampus, thank you. Josh says, I got some homemade apple pie that I made 2 years ago. Oh, it's super smooth. Ooh. So here's the thing. Jesse Flath and I used to make homemade red eye. And we used to do this for many, many weddings. And we got the recipes from every 90-plus-year-old woman that we had anywhere. I have apple pie red eye from I used to do DJing. The very last wedding dance I ever did was my buddy Jay Berg. And I didn't even know him at that time. I just got paid to do his dance. Right? Yep. 20 years later, we are now working cattle together. He AIs my heifers, he ultrasounds, and he helps me every time I need help.
Awesome.
He's become a friend. And I have the last bottle from his wedding that I stole because it was my last wedding dance ever that I'd do. And I did not realize that he would become a good friend like that. So I have that in my basement. And I'm waiting for his 20 or 25th wedding anniversary. We're going to crack that open.
I was just going to say maybe next Friday on Drinks at the 701. You don't want to do it.
No. This is for him and his wife.
All right. Gotcha.
And
understandable.
I'll tell you this, apple pie red eye, the longer you leave it set, the smoother it is and the better the potency is. I love making red eye. I love it.
Yeah.
All right. Mr. Mayor is back with us.
Hey, he said it's 9 o'clock is his bedtime.
Bitching about being on Central Time and he has to go to bed. He says, that'll be some good stuff there.
Hey, Gene, Scott and I must be entertaining. You're still staying awake, buddy.
He says it's better than staying up late and watching Night Tracks.
Yeah, it is.
What the hell is Night Tracks?
Some liberal stuff, probably.
I doubt it.
Hey, wait a minute. Before you go, you were talking about cattle being Charlotte. Am I right? Charolais are the craziest freaking breed of freaking cattle.
I've never said that. No, I never said that.
I did.
Okay, you did.
You ever been around Charolais?
I have. I grew up. My dad bought Charolais from Chesterone Charolais out of Carson, North Dakota.
Oh my God! You don't think those are the craziest? They're like
no. I used to sit on the back of those bulls.
God, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Here's the difference between herd sires. How much time do you spend with them? Now, I get that some of them may have it genetically that they might be a little bit high strung and whatever, but I have seen people with Charolais, Simmental, Sim Angus, Hereford, everything around the sun. Some are wild and some are dog gentle. So I think it depends on the producer and how you work with them. I don't think you can put a specific thing on the. Yeah, I sound like a liberal right now. You can't.
No, you don't.
But anyway, I don't
Hey,
think.
just tell everybody how much you hate AR-15s, and then I'll say you are.
I don't hate them. I got one myself. But I'm just saying right now is I don't think you can specify unless you know how the person raises them.
All right, I'm just telling you, but as a whole, and I'm saying not all Charolais are crazy, but as a breed, when I grew up working cattle and we go from ranch to ranch, when somebody had Charolais, I was like, shit, man, here we go. Get ready to run to the freaking corral. Get ready to jump the freaking corral. Oh my God.
I've never had
and the
that,
ones we had.
Maybe we were just tougher around our Charolais than you are.
I mean, if you like to get rodeo clowned over the fence, maybe so.
Hey, nobody's ever accused me of not being a rodeo clown. I'll tell you that shit.
You'd be like you're skiing. You see that big spread eagle I did when he tossed me over that 8-footer? Yeah. No, to me, Charolais is bar none the craziest breed of freaking cattle I've ever been around.
So of all the cattle that I've helped work, I think that Solaire. So there is a joke that goes on in the daytime. And I'm going to piss off a lot of people, and I don't really care because I was told this joke, and I'm just going to say it like I was heard.
Well, that's a joke.
So there's 3 breeds of cattle on the railroad tracks. There's Angus, there's Hereford, and there's Solaire. The train's coming barreling down the railroad tracks, and the Angus hears this train, and he just goes down into the ditch, and he just hangs out near the fence and starts grazing, and the train goes by. The Solaire hears this train coming down. He goes down the track, he gets into the ditch, and he jumps the fence, and he takes off into the goddamn pasture and heads out nowhere. And the Hereford just lays on the tracks and prolapses. Now, I know I'm going to get a lot of shit for that, and I'm okay with that. But I was told that joke by a neighbor that raises 100% Herefords. And he had 60 prolapses last year that he had to sew up. So this is a joke that was told by me by somebody else. I'm just relaying the message. So there you go.
I mean, he had 60? That's not an accident. That's
60 prolapse. Yeah.
Ugh.
All right, so I'm going to get to my text message. Are you ready for this?
All right, yep, let's do it.
So Mr. Mayor says, I was wondering why I got a DPO alert on my phone. Now I understand. Josh says, I work for a guy that had bucking bulls, and he spent a lot of time with them at the ranch, and they were mellow, and they would let you walk right up to them, load them up, and head them into the rodeo, and put them in the chute, and those bulls would get wild. And that's the thing. So that's the difference between raising regular ranch cows and rodeo stock. So rodeo stock, and I don't care if it's horses or bulls, 95% of the time, if you go in, you can go up to them, you could scratch them, pet them, feed them, do whatever you want. When those bulls or horses get into those chutes, they know damn well what their job is. And
that's go time, baby.
It is go time. And that is what they're bred for, and they know their job.
You don't think a bull likes it when they get somebody on their back and like, I'm going to toss this, I'm going to, whatever it is. I'm not going to, I'm going to, they like to toss the guy off the back and put the boots to him.
Yeah. So one chat cap says, when did the Buffalo Girls come out?
They're out.
Hold on.
You just got to be where they're at.
Hold on. What do you consider Buffalo Girls?
Me?
Yeah. Who else am I talking to?
I didn't know if you were asking Josh or...
No, you. I mean...
Buffalo Girls, any girl who's at the bar getting wild, man.
Is that okay? So that's different. Okay, that's different because I'm thinking Buffalo, South Dakota.
like a Charlotte chick.
No.
That's what you don't want. They're crazy.
I'm telling you this right now. You want some of the prettiest girls in the entire damn nation, probably the world. You go to Buffalo, South Dakota.
Okay.
Now, they're rough and they're tough. They may start to fight and they may finish it at the bar. But that's the girl you want to go home with.
I'm not going to disagree with it.
Absolutely beautiful and rough and tough in Buffalo, South Dakota, Harding County, South Dakota.
Awesome.
And there's other places that have that, don't get me wrong. But that county is known for good-looking girls that like to fight. I have done many wedding dances. I'll tell you about wedding dance. So I did a wedding dance in Riva, South Dakota, Jamie.
Yep.
I used to teach martial arts in Buffalo, South Dakota. It's like putting a grill guard on a tank down there. It was no necessary for me to do that damn thing, but I did, and everybody in the damn county joined my class, and they learned how to fight efficiently.
Awesome, man. Good work.
So I was at a wedding dance. One of my gals that was training with me asked me to do the DJing for the dance, and I did. I was in Riva, South Dakota. And I did the dance, and I did you do the first dance, you do the mother-daughter, the son, and all that stuff, and you do all that. It came around midnight, and she came up to me, and she was a tough son of a gun. Besides martial arts, I used to do full contact kickboxing, and she was my middleweight champion. She was good. She knew how to throw a punch. The cowboy that she married, however, was a little bit not as strong in loafers as they should have been.
But he thought he was.
He thought he was. Well, he was out making out with one of the bridesmaids at midnight.
Oh, no.
She came back in, and God, to my hope they're not listening to this podcast right now on YouTube. She came in and she asked me, and this is back in the day when I first got my very first wireless mic. And she says, "Do you have a microphone that I can make an announcement?" I said, "Absolutely." I had no idea. The only thing you could get people to dance with was George Strait or Chris Ledoux, right? So I mean, you always have that. So she came out there and she started the whole conversation. She said, this is at 12:30 at night, a.m., 12:30 a.m. She said, "I just want to bring my new husband out here and my matron of honor." And she said, "I just wanted to let these people know how much they mean to me."
Oh, my God.
And I also want you guys to know how I saw you 30 minutes ago behind the vehicle. And she turned over and she punched her bridesmaid in the face, dropped her. She turned around and had my microphone in her other hand and punched her new husband in the face.
I mean, you can't blame her.
Hold on. He dropped to the floor and she jumped on him like a hockey player and was doing a right and left and pounding his face into this old hardwood floor in this old high school. And my speaker system was I mean, I was like, I'm going to blow my speaker. So I jumped out. I turned it down. I went out and I grabbed the microphone. I'm like, if you're going to beat him, use your regular fist. And she's like, okay, I got you. I mean, because she was training with me. She knew how to throw a fist.
Damn.
By 7 a.m. that morning, they made up and they paid me an extra $1,000 to keep playing music.
No way.
So I don't know what's right and wrong, but I know what toughness is. Okay.
She maybe just beat him into submission. He thought, if I don't agree, I'm going to take another one of these ass whoopings.
I guarantee who wears the pants in that damn family right now. The best wedding dance in my life. And I did Jesse Flask's wedding dance. And that had nothing to compare to that.
What town was that in again?
Riva, R-E-V-A, South Dakota.
Is that East or West River?
It's West River all the way.
Okay.
So I know a lot of people listening to me, and they're like, "Are you a North or South Dakota guy?" I'm like, "I'm both. I'm Dakota Territory here." All right, we got Josh here. He says, "I work for a guy." Oh, we said that one already. He said when did the Buffalo Girls come out? We covered that. Don't go to Hardin County. Trampus says, "Well, cancer eye and bad bags."
Well, my grandparents always
Not sure
made
about that.
hamburger out of the cancer I'd
No. So I grew up that way. I grew up with doing hamburger. Did somebody else tell me? Did you tell me? Did somebody lead me onto this one? This is okay.
Well, what do you got there?
All right. So I grew up on if somebody had a broken leg or a cancer eye or something like that, you shot them and you butchered them.
Yep. Oh yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So in the last few years of my existence, I'm searching for a better piece of meat.
Mm-hmm.
Much like my wife, right? Okay. Anyway, I had Jake Wagner. I bought a calf from Shayna over in Morristown, hand-fed, grain-fed, absolutely freaking incredible heifer. And Jake Wagner out of Baker came over and processed it, and he said, "This is the best looking beef I've ever seen in my life."
Really?
It was absolutely phenomenal. Okay. 2 years later, because it's only my wife and myself, so we don't go through a lot of meat, but we go through a substantial amount. We don't keep a half, we keep the whole thing.
Yep.
We ran out of meat, and I told my wife, I says, "You know what we should do, since I have a radio show and you have a chiropractic office, let's go and buy some county fair steer or whatever they have and be part of the community." So we did. We went to the Bowman County Fair because there's not a lot of fairs in this area. That's not a premium sale. What you buy is what you get, and they had a processing date. And we bought a steer from the Bowman Ranch, south of Rame. This young gal, Livy Bowman, showed this steer, and it was not a grand champion. It was not a reserve champion. And if it was me judging, it wouldn't have won a blue goddamn freaking ribbon. Because I'm an ass when I judge. But it looked good. And we bought it. And we got it processed. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, if you want good quality beef and you want to support your local community, go to a 4-H sale and buy one of them. You might be paying a little bit more, but you have a guaranteed processing date, and you got a cow or a steer or heifer, whatever you buy, that has been babied and pampered and scratched and brushed and everything that the Wagyu guys and Japanese do, right?
Yeah.
Every damn thing you do.
Except it's
it
here.
is substantially. And I am not a food connoisseur, and I don't know the taste of one thing to another, but I can tell the taste of a cancer-eyed, broken leg cow to a piece of crap bull that you can't get around it up.
Man, I agree.
And you put them in a hamburger, to a one that I bought and I fed myself, to the one that was a 4-H and was pampered and brushed and bathed. It is a different taste.
It is, Scott. There's no doubt about it.
So that's my thing. Oh, we got more comments.
So, I mean, I've had Wagyu beef too, and I'm going to be honest with you. Nothing special to me. I've had way better beef here in America than I've ever got from freaking Wagyu, Japan. So, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying I can get better meat here than I need to pay 3 times the price from freaking boys from Nippon.
All right, so I'll tell you my journey to South Korea, Tokyo, and China.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be cool, Jamie. I used to train, and I used to be one of the. Honestly, I was one of the top fighters in the nation. I was in the I did go out for the Olympic trials, and I was 4th in line, which means if the first,
shit. Well, I did see your picture. You were at your
absolutely.
place. I mean,
if the first 5,
you were pretty.
I was there.
Shocked.
Okay, so I did train in a lot of foreign countries, and I had Wagyu. And I'll tell you this, in South Korea, in a little town called Busan, in the Southern Peninsula, we had a restaurant that served us absolutely the best damn beef I've ever had in my life.
Really?
And I hate to say that across, like America has the best beef. Right? I hate to say that I had better, but I did. Now, it was 100% Wagyu, and maybe it was at that time of my life that I didn't experience that type of beef in my life that I did now, because now that I'm raising and buying better stuff, maybe I'm at a different level now. But at that time of my life, it is absolutely freaking phenomenal. And not only that, we were putting in 20 hours of training, so you're really goddamn hungry too.
It wasn't like kickboxer there was bend down when
yes, it was.
The guy.
Yeah, 100% it was. It was brutal. It was brutal. I'll take you through a day in 1999. This was 6 months before my dad passed away. He got diagnosed with cancer, and I got a trip to South Korea. Got to make sure you got to specify that now. Right. South Korea.
South Korea. You were with Rocket Man. You were in South Korea.
I was in South Korea. So we got a trip in 1999. And this is the first time I talked about this outside of when I've done it. Okay. So besides this show on YouTube and whatever else, this is the last time this is ever going to be heard. But I had an opportunity to go train, and I did. And I trained with the national security of South Korea, their top bodyguard. I trained with them. I also trained, so that was hand-to-hand stuff. I trained with the weapons coordinator for the South Korean government, which was Master Kim. He was the top sword, I guess we call it sword cutter at that time. So like when they train sword cutting, it's different because they trained on, like, they were training on objects that were consistent to human bodies. Because
why wouldn't you though? Because that's what you're using.
That's what they were designed to use that defense for. Like the South Korean government at that time was protected by these guys. So we trained with those guys, and then we had the chance to do a lot of training up in the Buddhist monk area. And I've seen this stuff on TV, and I thought it was a joke, but when you see these Buddhist monks train in person, it is unfreaking believable. And
really?
I spent 14 days training with these Buddhist monks, looking like an idiot. Okay. These guys were freaking incredible. But the stuff that you learned and what you've seen, and I had the opportunity to bring back a sword from the #1 maker in China, South Korea, Japan. In my gun safe. I mean, you can talk about guns in the 7-1, and the most expensive gun that I own, it doesn't compare to the #1 sword that I own that is labeled and signed off from the government of South Korea.
I mean, swords are badass. I'm not going to disagree with you, man.
This sword in 1999 was valued at $22,000.
Dang. Awesome.
I can't imagine what it is.
So how sharp is the son of a gun? Is it as sharp as the movies portray them, where you can...
So the sharpness is portrayed as torsos. the sharpness on a traditional sword is how many torsos will it cut through. And back in the old days, the sword makers used to line up slaves, and to test their swords, they would cut through torsos of slaves.
Really?
And I have,
oh my God.
I have purchased 3 swords from South Korea. The best sword that I own, the $22,000 sword that I did not pay $22,000, by the way.
Yeah.
Because the American dollar was worth a lot more back then. This is a 10 torso sword.
Oh, they freaking, that's some bitch to go through 10 freaking people's torsos.
This is what they claim it as.
Well, what did the guy look like who freaking swung it, like Bolo? And
no, that's the issue is, a lot of people think these guys are big, muscly guys. It's all about technique and speed, man, and the sharpness of the sword. So these swords, like, in your show, this guns, the 701 Nation that we did earlier, talking about, would you do a custom rifle?
Yeah.
Yes. In my mind, I would do a custom rifle because I've seen what a custom sword can do compared to a factory sword. And I can see that in cutting competitions. And to this day, I have one of the most sought after swords in my gun safe that is more expensive than probably 20 of my guns combined.
That's awesome.
And more deadly.
Yeah. Oh, shit. I mean, yeah, sword cuts you, it's over, man.
You got to remember, these are old school type of ways, man. So they still do cutting competition. Anyway, let's get out of that. I don't want to talk about my old days like that because
I like me some swords.
I know I like to keep that stuff secret because the last thing I want is people like, oh, I heard this and I want to do this and I want to fight. I don't want to do that anymore.
Oh, when I come out to the ranch, let's cut something up.
Goddamn. I'll tell you this right now. I got some tatami mats. I still have the old Asian stuff around in the basement. If you want to do some old-fashioned cutting, the problem is this is so sharp that if you make one mistake, you will freaking cut something off.
Yeah, so
it is saying that bad.
I believe you because some people might think you're full of beans, but I watched Brandon Herrera. He's got whatever his knife sponsor is, and this guy does all kinds of crazy shit, gun guy, knife guy. But he actually, one of his knife sponsors was, I think it was from Japan, and he was cutting stuff, and he's like, this thing's actually so sharp it scares me, and I'm around this shit all the time. This is like scary sharp.
Yeah.
He was just like dropping it through, like just right through bottles and just, it's crazy. And I'm like, well, this guy's around this stuff all the time, and he's like kind of afraid of it. Yeah. So it must be ultra sharp.
Yeah, it is unbelievably how sharp these things are.
Because if I sharpen a knife and I run it on my arm or something, like, yeah, I cut some hair off, that sucker's sharp. Yeah, you wouldn't do it with what you're talking about because that sucker go right into your skin.
Yeah. So the very first sword that we purchased was from the Korean government, and it had to be signed off by the Korean government. And the Korean government has its own mafia, South Korea. South Korea government, right?
Yeah.
And they showed up in 6 black SUVs to bring up 3 swords. And they made us each one, because we paid money. The American dollar is worth a lot of money back then.
Mm-hmm.
And we paid for these handmade swords, like, I think it was like 14 months ahead of time. And we had to be in person to pick them up. I did this 3 different times, and I had 3 different swords. One of them I gave away to one of my black belts because as a wedding gift, he was a very, very loyal guy, and he deserved it. But anyway, this is you have to have a serial number. It's just like going through a background check here with a rifle in the States.
Yep.
But like 10 times, because you have to have the signature of the president of South Korea to stamp off on that certificate in order to take that sword out of the state, out of their country, and to an American, a white guy, right?
Yeah.
Of all things.
Yeah.
And I have 3 of those certificates in my possession right now. And when I got these swords appraised, because how do you get them appraised in the States, right? I mean, who knows this stuff?
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you got to go to like Chinatown or some Koreatown or some place like that. So I went to San Diego, and I did not take the swords, but I took the certificates. And that's how I got them appraised at that value. And they were willing to pay twice as much as that to get them. That's how famous the sword maker was. Yeah. So when we're sitting there bitching about suppressors at $1,000, that's nothing.
I'm bitching them under $700.
Nothing compared. Like I look at, like I have nothing in my safe for guns that are worth value, of like big value, but I got 2 swords in there that are worth like 20 times what's worth in there in guns right now.
Well, I mean, even if they're worth that much, and you could get that, I mean, man, I don't know, I couldn't sell that for. I mean, it'd be like no.
There's no way I'm going to sell them. The only way they're going to be sold is this at my death. I used one of them for my marriage to cut the wedding cake.
Really?
Absolutely. It's
how easy to go through that. Of course, cake's not like a straight blade thing. It's more like a serrated cut. But
it did not cut very hard with these swords.
Yeah,
I'll tell you that. I cut that cake. It wasn't even, but it was pieces.
Did you go slow, or did you just give her the one?
I gave her the onion, man.
Did you?
I was like, waka, waka, waka. Yeah.
I love it.
Anyway, I'm getting way off on the stuff that I used to do that nobody
You practice enough for later that evening.
Nobody cares what I use. Here's the thing. Nobody cares what people used to do back in their history.
Well, no, but it's interesting to know. I mean, the sword history, that's awesome, man. I love it.
There's nothing awesome about that at all. Nobody cares. Nobody cares at all. I don't even care. Okay. It's something that I hold true in my heart. It was great training, and it was very difficult training, but nobody cares. Let's go to the comments. Tim says, sounds like a gal to ride the trail with. Oh, we were talking about the girls that used to.
Yeah, the gal that beat the shit out of the dude.
Yeah, that. So, okay.
Sounds like Teeter on Yellowstone.
So, no.
Or whatever her name was.
No, this Yellowstone has nothing on this gal. So, this gal out of Riva, South Dakota. So, this guy had a family, a great family. They all trained with me. And every single gal was absolutely gorgeous. And it wasn't a Teeter and it wasn't a Beth, because Beth is anorexic.
She's a head case anyway.
Oh, head case, bitchy, anorexic.
And let's be fair, Rip is too. So,
Rip is just a hired hand.
But in real life, just for 1 second,
he's in
real life, Rip's actually like a good freaking pro gun guy and pro hunting guy. But all right, go on.
Yeah, whether or not he is,
I don't know, but
Teeter. That's Little House on the Prairie shit going on. So here's the thing.
Little House. That don't look like no.
Here's the thing: is I believe in my heart that these girls on these TV shows were modeled after people and gals from Riva, South Dakota. This is where it started. These were the hardcore gals. Absolutely drop dead gorgeous. 100%, Jamie. 100% drop dead gorgeous. You would not
believe it.
Like, whether they're ranchy or they dressed up city folk, they were absolutely gorgeous. But they could throw a hockey punch. This gal put her husband on the ground and tackled him and hockey punched him like 7 minutes in a row I mean, he was a bloody mess. And I put on like George Strait, and everybody was dancing around them while they were fighting, because that's what you do in Riva, South Dakota. But I'll tell you this right now. the show Yellowstone, I watched a few episodes. They ain't got nothing on girls from Hardin County and Slope County. I better put Slope County in there too.
Oh, guaranteed. I mean, reality. I mean, I could go on a movie and I could look like the biggest. They could make me look like I could kick Dwayne Johnson's ass, right?
I've never heard of her.
The Rock, whatever. Seagal. I mean, whatever they do in movies, they can make you look like a. Matt Damon's like 5'5". I could probably body slam that little punk, but they make him look like the biggest badass in the world. But in reality, you put him in a town like Riva, and the gals don't like his gentlemanly advances, he might get his ass knocked
absolutely. Out. So One Shot Cap says, Scott, do you know the Dwayne Adams from the Buffalo area? I do not know Dwayne Adams. I don't. I'm not familiar with that name. I'm sorry about that, One Shot Cap. So I know a lot of people from the Hardin County area and the Buffalo area. I really do. But the Dwayne Adams does not ring a bell. Sorry about that. But I'll tell you what, Buffalo, South Dakota, man. You want me to go through the girls back in the day that would make every county in the world go like, I wish.
So where's Buffalo from Lemon?
Southwest.
Oh, southwest of there.
If you go straight south of Bowman, you go through Ludlow and you go through Buffalo, South Dakota before you head.
Oh shit! I must have drove. So when I go and ski in Terry Peak,
you go right
on the
through
main highway.
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
You go right through it. You got the number 3 bar and the number 10 bar.
I mean, that's so barren. Or like you just like, when are we gonna see freaking?
I don't. Here's the thing.
That is the most barren highway in America, in my opinion.
No,
I've traveled.
It's the interstate in Wyoming is the most barren. And if you go from Wall, South Dakota to Sioux Falls, South Dakota, that's the most barren too.
No shit. Okay.
And probably the reason is because I really like the Buffalo area, right? So anyway, I'm just going through my message. Okay, so you got L.A. Hollywood was known for making good-looking people because all the actors, the good-looking actors and the good-looking actresses moved out there. And they're known for having the best-looking women in the world and the best-looking guys and all this stuff, right? That's what they're known for.
I always thought Sweden was, but okay.
Well, I mean, in America.
Okay, all right. Agreed.
Hardin County, South Dakota is the next second. Guaranteed. And I don't mean to sound gay about this, Jamie, one bit.
Okay.
Good-looking dudes, good-looking gals, all the way across that damn county.
Well,
tough.
Let's be honest.
And they will fight, and they will just drink. They will work. And I mean, they will do all that in one night. They will fight you and work and treat you nice and fight you again.
Hey, let's be honest. You don't have to be gay to recognize an attractive guy and attractive gal, and
Probably not, but it doesn't help.
So Hardin County where Morristown is, which way is Hardin County from there for the people who don't know?
Southwest.
How far?
72.8 miles.
You got her. All right,
I have no goddamn clue. I'm just telling you right now. It is out there, and it is great country.
I was going to say 72.8. That's about 25 minutes for you and Clay.
So Jesse Flath is listening. He said, it's in the corner.
Okay.
So Jesse, you can call into my 888 number, and you can join in on the regular, better audio side of things. And can you back me up on this? These Hardin County gals, man. I mean, and guys, good looking dudes, good looking girls, fighting sons of guns. I mean,
You got to be careful. He's in Mercer County, so
it doesn't matter because Harding County will come up and back his ass up.
Insurance contract.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't matter. They're guys or gals. They were tough.
Oh shit! Yeah,
he said absolutely they were tough. Yeah, we did a prom dance and an after school prom dance in the same building. Harding County, in their PE class, taught dance classes.
Yep.
You know how nice that was being a DJ for a teen dance when the teenagers actually knew how to dance?
Well, I had dance class too, but I still don't know how to dance. So,
well,
I was paying too much attention to what I was dancing with to the moves, and
as you should.
No, small town schools are awesome, and something like Harding. I went to some pretty redneck schools, and I'm grateful for that. I think a lot of schools should be like that, actually. Because when I came from going to Halliday, Golden Valley, coming up Bismarck, yeah, I was like, even back.
You came off the res, yeah.
Yeah, even back in the 80s, it was like coming here was like PC.
Okay, so Jesse just commented something. Jesse, I'm not letting you get away with this. You need to call in 888-932-5682, 888-9-Dakota. You need to say that comment. I'm not going to say that. I don't care if I get in trouble, but this is one that you need to say because I think this is going to be a great conversation.
Jesse Flath, lower unit wrecker on Lake Sakakawea. Lower unit wrecker.
He wasn't the only one that wrecked his lower unit.
Wasn't he? I thought he was the only guy up there, actually.
Well, he was probably the only one that went over that island. But
because I got witnesses that said the rock pile was right in front of him, and he would just run right into it like it was butter.
He made it through it.
I'm kidding. I didn't.
Here we go, boys. Jesse Flath. I'm going to lock you in so I don't hang up on you.
There stuff.
There he is.
So tell me your Powder Puff content.
So back in the late 90s, they used to have a Powder Puff football game in Buffalo.
So, Jesse, before you go any further, tell everybody what a Powder Puff football game is.
Yeah.
Well, I was fucking getting there if you'd give me a second.
Hey, don't get me kicked off of YouTube before tomorrow morning.
I was thinking the same thing, but...
Okay. So, it's all the moms and I believe sisters, girlfriends. It's the female football game. And if I remember right, it was held like the week before homecoming. It was kind of like a pep rally, get after ladies play football.
Yep.
And
it was brutal.
So they'd put these two teams together. And so let me throw a little caveat in here. Scott talked about how tough everybody is down there, and he's not lying. When you go down there, the people in Harding County, if they're bored, they fight each other. right up until somebody from outside the area comes in and says something or does something wrong, and then all of a sudden everybody's friends and you're in trouble.
The whole town turns on you at that point. Yeah.
Yes. So basically,
it's like you're beating the shit out of your brother, or somebody's beating the shit out of your brother, and you come in and then you start beating the shit out of them, and he's my brother. Right. So
this Powder Puff football game, there's certain ladies that probably don't get along the best, and it seems as if they put them on opposite teams and
on purpose.
Right. Yeah. And the way I was explained it, originally it was put together as kind of a flag football. The moms go out there and they toss the ball around, a pep rally type deal. One year, and I wasn't there this year. This was secondhand information, but one year in the first 10 plays of the game, the first 5 minutes of the game, they hauled 3 of the moms off the field to the ambulance.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Damn. Broken collarbone.
Yeah. Broken ribs.
Broken collarbone, broken rib, and broken leg. And they had to stop the game. And then the next year, they made the moms wear full pads. And a couple more people got hurt. And then they stopped playing the game because it was full on freaking WWE octagon blood sport combined, just a shit show.
I like that idea.
Take your head off.
You get your frustrations out on somebody you don't like.
Oh, they did, by the way.
Oh, buddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I think that's not a bad thing.
It'd be interesting to know, and I don't even know who to call and check that out with, but how many years they actually had it, because they had to stop it fairly quickly because shit was going wrong.
Well, I think, Jesse, before you got into the insurance game, I think the insurance shut them down. The school insurance shut them down because there were so many injuries and they were beating the hell out of each other. I mean, there was
a good call Doug Olson or one of them. Yeah, there were guys down there to find out.
There was regular fist fights going out on the middle of the field with these moms.
Yeah. Perfect. It was wide open.
And I'm not saying this, Jamie, that they're ugly. They are hot.
Mm.
Yeah, I mean, I've watched the halftime football games with the gals playing, and I'm like, where the hell do they find all these hot women to play football? Listen to you guys, it might be Hardin County.
It's Hardin County, and this is before the lingerie league was involved.
Yeah, I mean, these chicks are athletic too. They're not like big snails running around.
No,
they're hot.
These gals were top of their team back in the day, and they have an issue with the other person still to this day.
Hey,
this is a Bermuda Triangle.
It is a Bermuda Triangle.
From Buffalo to Rame to Ekalaka.
I think you could put
a big triangle.
I think you need to put a diamond instead of a triangle. You got to go Rame, Buffalo, Ekalaka, and Hettinger, because you get some of those south of Hettinger gals, man.
The trapezoid.
Oh.
Trapezoid. onto that and paralyze people.
Those bison girls, man.
They
were 6'7", and they look way better than any of these LSU teams or Caitlin Clark or any of this stuff going on nowadays. Way better.
Caitlin Clark and the Hawkeyes won tonight.
Yes, I was just gonna say that. Who won? Because it was tied at halftime. After we got done at the live stream earlier, I hollered upstairs, and my daughter said it was tied.
So Caitlin Clark's playing who?
They squeaked it out.
Who? National Championship. Who?
National Championship. They're playing against South Carolina. They're undefeated.
Yes, Don Staley. I hope Caitlin Clark makes you freaking gag on that trophy.
So it's Iowa versus South Carolina.
Yep.
I wish I knew more about this.
Hey,
it'd be a good game.
Do you know what I like about women's college basketball, Jesse? They actually dribble the freaking ball like you're supposed to in basketball.
It's the closest thing to actual basketball at the college or professional level right now.
Yep, 100%. And not just saying that, these freaking women are awesome freaking athletes. They're quick and fast and can jump, and it's awesome. I've been excited the last couple of years watching women's college basketball. We're getting way off the topic, but whatever. They're way better than watching a men's league. Even men's college.
You can say what you can say what you want about women's basketball, but last week the LSU and Iowa game drew bigger numbers than any of the boys' games, and
boys more NFL numbers games.
More numbers than anything except for maybe the Super Bowl.
It was more
unreal.
way more than the NBA freaking championship series last year.
All right, so Jamie, I have a little bit of a conflict. You said we're
Okay.
getting off topic.
Yeah, we are. Okay.
What the hell's a topic? I don't even know what the topic is. How can we get off the topic when I don't have one?
Who said that? Ask them what topic they want to hear.
Me.
Oh, goddamn Scott Bachmeyer. He's instigator.
I'm thinking about this. I want you guys I want two people's opinions on this. I'm going to start with Jamie.
Oh,
Jamie,
okay.
Jesse, you just stand by and shut up there. Jamie.
Yep.
So since Kelly Armstrong's running for governor, should I run for the House of Representatives?
Oh.
Jesse, shut up.
I mean, here's the deal. I want you to, but you're going to waste your time and money. I don't.
Why?
Why? You're not. Nobody's beating Julie, man. I want Rick Becker to
Julie
win.
Who?
Julie DeVore.
See, you don't even know her goddamn name. Jesse,
yes, I do.
Give me your take.
Yes, I do. You're not beating Julie Dvorak.
There, he pulled it out of his ass.
What?
I knew what it was. I just couldn't. Anyway, sorry, Jesse.
You don't think I could beat her?
No.
Not at this point. You're too late.
Why?
Yep.
It's too late.
Man, she's got tons of major politicians behind her right now and tons of money. Yeah, 100%. Most North Dakotans would be on your team, but it's not. Jesse's right. First of all, you're too late. You want to get it. I mean, let her have a record for a year and then start in on it. I
run for public service commissioner in North Dakota since she's going to be gone.
Yes, do something like that first, man. Go local. We were talking about it earlier. You and Jesse and I get local, man. Because you can definitely kick ass in Western North Dakota, and not,
I doubt that.
Oh, I don't.
I'd have a better chance in South Dakota.
We'll find out in a few weeks.
Well, I'll tell you this. Can I run as a write-in?
No.
Why?
I think you're past the deadline.
Am I?
Yep.
I think so.
I mean, but why would you're not going to win doing, dude, don't run unless you have a legitimate chance of doing it. I would love to.
Your confidence is very low in me right now.
No, it's not. My confidence is high in you, but it's not. It's too late now. It's not going to happen. I want you to do it when you can.
I don't give a shit about lateness.
I want you to run when you have a run at it and you got to go and you actually.
I will never have that. I just want to try it just for the hell of it.
Okay,
when Sadler passed away, why don't you put your name in for Slope County Dog Catcher?
Yeah,
I've done that for 14 years of my life, and I've never won that.
Well, you never caught a dog.
I've shot a few.
Well, okay, we got to catch them.
I've run over a few. I've lost friendships to running over a few.
Honestly, Scott, run for some. Yeah, like Jesse said, run for some district. No. House or.
You know why? Here's why. Because district is not worth your time. The state of North Dakota.
Public service commissioner is. There's only 3 of them.
I know, but the state of North Dakota, if I'm going to give up what I do here at the ranch or hire somebody to take over what I'm trying to do at the ranch, it is no comparison to what they pay at the state level. It is a terrible paying opportunity. I'm not going to say a job. It's a terrible paying opportunity to represent your district. You're either going to be absolutely living in your parents' basement, or you're going to be older than sin, retirement, to try to do that job. I think they're creating the wrong atmosphere to want to get people that want to represent your district, because there's nothing into it. There's absolutely
how about
nothing
county
into
commissioner
it.
then? How about county commissioner?
There is nothing into it.
Hey,
do you think Slope County Commissioner pays you enough to take time off of ranching and checking calves? Really?
No, I don't think it does, but I think with the way you think and your belief system, that's where you start, man. You can keep Slope County.
I lost all that shit. I want to go for the big one.
Okay. Sound like a woman now.
Oh, hey. Buddy, you're going to not make friends with my voters. Not my voters.
Hey. I mean, go get the county commission, do what's right first, man. Whatever. I mean, if you want to go for the home run like DJT did, go for it. But that's a tough stream to.
It is a tough stream.
Paddling upstream.
Absolutely, it is.
I mean, I'm 100% on your wagon, whatever you do. You know that. But
I know that. I know it's a tough stream. But why can't it be somebody that is lesser known, that has not been involved in politics all their life and not sucked everybody's cock all the way through the goddamn world, that can make a difference? Why not? Why not?
Right. I just
because of money, right? That's the biggest thing.
I mean, that is a big hurdle, but that's not the big. Money is, I mean, Trump actually in the last election when he beat Hillary proved that.
But he has an authority. He has an authority. He's been on game shows and he's been on his own show. He's been president before.
Right.
I mean, that's not a necessity on Trump's thing. I'm talking on a state level.
Yeah.
To be a good guy that wants to represent your state in the proper way and not be a career politician that has NASCAR sponsors on their goddamn jacket. Why can't you do? Because of money. That's the only reason. It's money.
So here's what I was getting at, though. Okay. Trump had his own money.
I see your text, Jesse.
But listen, you're going to do, if you got to do it, you got to do it. You are, Scott. I mean, you're not like the most popular person in North Dakota, but you are definitely well known. No, I'm saying he's well known in North Dakota. He's not Ed Schaefer, but he's well known, which you got that going for you already.
Thank God I'm not
good guy.
Recognizing Ed Schaefer.
Hey, you're a good guy. Listen, but you got to get the financial backing first. I mean, it's just Trump had his own money. Trump didn't have the establishment didn't like him, but he had billions of dollars behind himself, right? And I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm whatever. I mean, like I said, if you run for governor, I'm on your wagon for sure.
No, so. Here's the thing. The reason I'm even considering running for Congress, one, to fill in where Kelly Armstrong was taken out, right? Because I think he did a nice job over there. I really did. Okay.
I didn't agree with everything, but you know what?
Not everything, but you know,
right?
That's the problem with politics is, it's a give and take shit. You got to.
I think the guy did a damn good job.
It's such a give and take bullshit. Anyway.
Yep.
The reason I'm saying is, why can't a low life somebody like me?
You're not a low life, but yeah.
Oh boy. Why can't somebody like me run with a $200 budget? Why is it only the big money people?
I mean, that's what it takes.
They're not the right people. They're not the right people.
I'm not saying they are, but that's just the way it is. I mean, has there been any difference since the beginning of the founding of the country?
But you're telling me to run for the local county offices. Yeah, and that has nothing to do with money. So why should no, it doesn't.
Listen, I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to tell you why it does.
Not in Slope County, it goddamn doesn't.
Listen, because once I know it sounds shitty, I'm going to say it, but once you get established, then you get other people who know that you're in there. You got a name for yourself and you're established. They're going to give you money back, and that sucks, but that's the way it's got to go. I mean, you got to play their game. That's why I said that thing about Trump. You just can't come in with, hey, I'm a billionaire. I back my own campaign, kiss my ass. It doesn't work that way. Most people can't. I mean, pretty much 99% of the people can't do that. But if you got in and did that, and everybody saw, and I guarantee you, Scott, you'd probably be the best county commissioner in the state of North Dakota. People would see that and donate to your campaign, and then it would go from there. That sucks. I hate that it goes that way, but that's how it works, man. I mean, not all the time, but 90% of the time, if not 90 plus.
Kelly Armstrong wasn't a county commissioner. Hoven was not a county commissioner.
Right.
Sinner wasn't a county commissioner.
Which goes back to my point about money.
Yeah. I'm out here to break that. I'm out here to break that damn mold.
I'm going to
do this tomorrow morning
if you do it.
I don't know what the rule is. I know Jesse, I did AOC get in. Well, she sucked her way in, but
yeah, you get some ugly lips. So.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. Now you guys got me riled up enough to make a scene.
Good.
I don't know what the process is to get in.
Well, you got to get enough signatures to get on the ballot.
Well, let's get her done.
And then, so yeah, like Jesse said, it's too late. You got to go to the state convention, which is today. So 2 years from now, well, actually, starting about a year from now, and I'm on your wagon. I'm definitely on Scott Bachmeyer for governor.
I say Scott will change his mind after he uses his yoga pad. I don't even know what that means.
Who said that?
Garden corn robber.
Garden corn robber. Oh, corn robber. Maybe you got a corn cob you should put somewhere. I don't know.
I don't know what that means. Well, evidently, he doesn't like me. That's fine.
That's what I said. Put his corn cob where you don't.
I'm just saying. There's better people that could represent the state.
I could not agree with you more, buddy.
Then where money shows. Okay, that's all I'm saying.
I mean, I guarantee you North Dakota would be better off if you were in the Senate or the House for us in D.C.
Well, I don't know if they would or not, but I'd sure try to do my best. Okay.
Yeah, they would. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, Jesse, didn't you run for county commission in Mercer? What happened there?
Me?
Yeah. I thought you were running for office there. No.
He was running for the electric commission. Electric board.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I knew it was something.
Which is good. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so our rural electrics, let me tell you, rural electrics and rural broadband in the state of North Dakota are definitely in South Dakota, Montana, Minnesota, all 50 states, probably even in Canada. They are probably the best people that you will ever work with in your life because they are out there putting their own money into the ground and not cheating people like in the cities with terrible internet and terrible power. Mm-hmm. You want to know why people are running out of power and internet? It's because of the big corporations that are doing terrible operations in their corporation to do this. And the rural operations are back there just putting it in there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why Jesse is representing a rural electric and I'm on a rural broadband community. And we talk very religiously about what we do. And there's a reason why that's important in the Dakota Territory.
I mean, hey, I don't like big cities seem to run everything in freaking any state, right? They get the freaking power and us rural people get it in the rear end. I say rural people. I mean, I live in Bismarck, but my family has rural land and ranches and farms, but yeah, they get the power and it's over. Like Minnesota, you guys know people in Minnesota, right? I mean, I go to Brainerd to my aunt and uncle's Lake Cabin. That's where they live. They retired there now, and most people there are conservative. But Minneapolis and the big cities are give Minnesota a bad name. But how do you overpower that, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's, hey, that's why I want you to start doing your thing to get grassroots and keep going, start your county commission, whatever. But
I know you're pushing me into this county commission ship, and I ain't gonna stand for that, man. I'm gonna go for the big one.
Okay, well, I told Marty Beard, I don't know how many times too, you need to run for county commission, and he's like, I can't do it because I'll slap people in the commission meetings, and I'm like, yeah, perfect. You know how many people would show up for the meetings then when people say dumb shit and you slap them? It's perfect.
So is Kelly Armstrong county commissioner in Stark County?
No,
I couldn't tell you that
exactly.
But Scott, that's what I said. He started out though, but he got elected to the state house, and then, I mean, the guy, he's a millionaire.
No, he was a state senator.
Yeah, he was a senator, but he was never a commissioner and served anything on any board in his county.
Okay,
well, he was a state senator before he was a state senator before he was a U.S. representative.
Exactly.
Right, but when you start out when you're a millionaire, and I'm not blaming him for being a millionaire because I mean he's a pretty reasonable guy and common sense guy compared to a lot of millionaires. But it's so much easier when you have that much coin. I'm not.
Oh, I don't doubt that. I don't doubt that one bit, Jamie. Okay.
I'm not telling you not to do
Absolutely.
it. I'm 100% on your wagon.
Absolutely. You have the more money, money talks. Don't get me wrong. I agree with you 100%.
That's what I'm saying. If you get on as a county commissioner and
that ain't going to help me in Slope County, for crying out loud.
Listen, it sounds so cobby, but yeah, it does, because you're doing that.
If you heard that Scott Bachmeier was a county commissioner in Slope County, and now he's running for U.S. representative, that has no goddamn feeling at all.
Okay.
Not a damn thing in the state of North Dakota would that help me.
Scott, people who have interest in Slope County, the way you believe in,
all
that have money.
Of us. Yeah.
Hey, people, there's a lot of big landowners who agree with what you like.
700
and they got a lot of
money.
Us.
Yeah. I know what we have in Slope County.
Listen, but that's how you start. And then you're Slope County, all of a sudden you're commissioner, and then you get a representative in that district.
Okay, so how did Kelly do it? How did Kelly do it? If he wasn't
because he had freaking millions. Because he had millions right away. It was so much more. It's so much easier to do it that way.
You can't tell me that in Western North Dakota that people are so arrogant to say, "Oh, he's worth $1 million. I'm going to vote for him."
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Bullshit.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying he had enough money to get his message out, and people going out and they go out and spread the message. You got to have money to get your message out. That is.
He did not pay for that.
I know he doesn't have to because he already was a millionaire. Knew people who would fund it for him. That's what I'm saying. Guys like you and me got to start from freaking nothing and build
I know Jesse Flath.
Oh, God.
Frontier Insurance just cut checks, man.
Fucking just relay it down, boys.
I seen him arm wrestle.
I can bring you a 30-pack of hams.
Yeah, I see where my support is, and it's not very fucking deep right now.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm telling you. If you want to try it, shit, I'll help you out all I can. But
I'm almost tempted to try it just to prove you guys wrong.
Well, you're not gonna. I'd love you to prove me wrong. That'd be fucking awesome, man. I'd love it. But unfortunately, there's most of the 99, like you said, percent. There's steps you got to take. It sucks. I'd love prove me wrong. I'd love it. I would love it. Nothing would be better than to have you in.
I'm sure there's steps you got to take, and I know I've missed out on a lot of them, but I still think it would be fun to try.
Shit, I'm in on that. I'll go down the parade, and one side will have 701 Nation on my banner, and the other side Bachmeier for House. I'd love to do it. Love it.
Yeah,
it's a win.
Too bad. It's too bad the bottom feeders cannot.
Well, I mean, there's so.
Yeah, I mean, you got to be rich in order to do anything in government anymore. That's bullshit.
Yeah, I mean, it makes it so much easier.
It definitely makes it easier. It's just too bad that it has to be that way. Because some of the people with the best ideas that I've ever met don't have a dollar to their name because they've been through it and they see what right and wrong was, and they want to do things differently, and they understand that way.
Yeah, well, it's common sense way, and a lot of people forget about that. So
Jesse's awful quiet.
Yeah, he is. County Commissioner Jesse Flabb, Mercer County.
No.
Hey, I got a good place to put one of them flaps for county commissioner signs.
I think you should put roundabouts in every corner of Mercer County.
Absolutely.
In every corner?
Everyone.
Get that shit up by
complain.
Including gravel roads.
All these people that complain about roundabouts, they're so hard. I don't understand. If you can't understand how to use a roundabout, turn in your damn driver's license.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't even have one if you can't figure that out, right?
Absolutely.
Actually, I mean, they're more proficient. I mean, it's something different, but come on, people. Realize it. Instead of sitting your goddamn stop sign for 10 minutes, you can whip through there in about 30 seconds.
There ain't no stopping for 10 minutes in anywhere in western North Dakota.
All right.
Yeah, there is.
Probably.
No. And if there is,
Diamond Corner at shift change.
You know what? Just take a few and enjoy life.
What if you got to get to work?
Well, fucking leave earlier. Fucking stop being that guy that just shows up at the right time.
2 seconds, I just walked in, closed the door. Perfect.
If you ain't 15 minutes early, you're late.
No, early is on time is late.
No.
I mean, I try to tell that to my girls, but,
sound like a union worker.
Time either.
Yeah, you sound like a union worker.
Me?
Yeah.
Union worker saying to get there early? I don't know about that.
No, you said that we're going to show up on time.
No, I said early is on time is late.
But what's early?
That's what I teach my girls. What's early? So if you got to be to work at 8, be there at freaking 7:56.
Oh, geez, that's late.
That's early.
No. So you're talking to Western North Dakota guy right now. If you ain't 15 to 20 minutes early, you're late.
Scott, you got to realize I'm dealing with I'm generalizing with the general population.
I don't care who you're generalizing with.
Well, you got to remember this.
How old is your oldest girl right now? Is she going to turn 18 pretty quick?
Not quite. She's 14.
14. Yeah. You're going to realize how much time is worth.
I realize how much cars are worth after she rear-ended one. So,
well, you should be a better dad and teach her how to drive.
I did. We even put her through driving school after I taught her, and it didn't work.
So you taught her, and then you went to driving school.
And then texting was illegal, and she did it anyway. So
sounds like she needs a cat bus ticket.
I think it was 100% Jamie's fault.
Well, she's going to be building a lot of fence at Grandpa's here in about 2 weeks. So,
well, I'll tell you what. You want to treat her a lesson? You come down to my area and build fence where it's really steep. And then she hates
agree
life
with you
with loathing of her heart.
That's what I want to happen. Though, actually, we might actually have a talk about that.
Yeah, you send her down my way. I will teach her a few things about life.
Yeah,
and
because when
voting for me for Congress,
Bachmeyer for county commission first.
No, I don't want goddamn county commission. You don't know what Slope County's like. It's a goddamn.
Oh, it's better than Burley County. I can guarantee you that.
I'll tell you that it's a mafia.
Yeah? Well, you think it's any better frickin' here?
No, why do you want me to go for that then?
I want you to straighten shit out in Slope County and then say, hey,
I ain't gonna straighten shit out. I'll tell you that right now. Both of you guys.
Go like in there like
I know
Marty
I don't have either one of you guys'
slapping.
support. I'm gonna do it anyway.
Well, you're gonna have my support, whatever you run for.
I doubt that.
Oh, bullshit.
You just said that. You said you'd vote for me as a county commissioner. You can't even vote for that. You're not in the county.
Right, I can't there, but hey, you run for whatever you run for. I don't give a shit if I'm in your county or not. I'm 100% on, I'm on the wagon. I'll cash in my little coin purse here, and here's Scott Bachmeyer. Hey, we'll sell them shirts. Let's go for Scott Bachmeyer for percentage.
You can't sell insurance on that. Oh, can you, Jesse? Can you?
No, I said I'm selling your shirts.
Oh, shirts. Oh,
the Brandon.
Oh,
let's go, Brandon.
I thought you said insurance.
We were going to give that shit to the. Hey, we're going to give that.
Hold on.
We're going to give that to the FFA. That might go to Scott Bachmeyer for house now.
If I can take out insurance, whether I win or lose this race, I'm going to do that. Jesse says,
yeah, Frontier will get you. He'll back you.
No, they won't.
No?
He made it pretty clear.
Well, he's pretty quiet, so.
Yeah.
I gotta leave for Ramadan in 3.5 hours.
I'll be here.
Where are you at now, Jesse?
My bed.
In Hazen?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
All right, man.
What's going on in Ramadan?
Got a show to do.
He's going to be on my show tomorrow morning. He's going to be at the hold on. He's going to be at the Rame, Calcutta for the chili cook-off, and he's going to be helping ring at the Southwest Healthcare Benefit at 7 o'clock Saturday night. Yes, I'm just breaking you. I'm breaking you up. Just stop right now. I'm breaking you up.
I like that chili cook-off. That sounds good.
Buddy, you need to come down and do that shit. It is so fun.
I'd love to.
I need a driver.
Chili. So how many people you got doing chili? Because I did that in Linton.
20.
I was actually in a Linton, like, opening pheasant season. We did that one year. That was freaking awesome.
2,500 at least.
I mean, we got home cook, and honestly, I had the best chili down there, and a bunch of guys from Linton are like, nah, this guy tastes like shit. Give him 4th place.
Yeah, probably because it did.
No, come on, Scott.
Hey, I was a judge at the chili cook-off like 10 years ago. It's a terrible job to do the chili cook-off judging. Terrible. Terrible.
What I want to. So here's my deal.
Because here's the thing: onions make me poop my pants.
Hey.
So anything that had onions in, done. Yeah. They're out.
I'm the next day after the chili cook-off. I want all the judges to come out, and we're gonna get the map gas out and light it, and then they got to freaking pull their legs up. Who can put out the biggest boomer? So let's light it up.
I don't know if that is a sexual term or not. I have no clue.
No, honestly, because you got gas, the next day you got to rip one out so you can put out the biggest bomb.
Yeah, that is that's a Caitlyn Jenner thing I don't know about.
No, it's not.
Everything you said is very. I don't know what's going on.
I mean, I agree with Caitlyn Jenner's voting record, but I do not agree with what he did to himself. So
he, it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, I said he. See, I did it right. You did it wrong. He, she. He's
I'm
the he.
fine with that.
Jesse, you still alive or
no?
What?
He hung up.
Did he?
Yeah.
God dang it! All right.
Because he's really conflicted of voting for me, or
I'm not
this Miller girl for Congress, man. I mean that's a big fucking deal right now. It's a big situation.
It's a BFD, man. It's a BFD.
It is. It is.
So you want to run against her and Armstrong?
No, Armstrong's running for governor. I'm gonna go for the.
Well, yeah, but you said this Miller chick, so I thought you changed your mind.
Well, I don't know. She might run for the other one. No, I want to go for Kelly's position on the national side.
Okay, so you're going to run in the House?
Yeah.
So you're running against Rick Becker and Julie Fedorchak and Mike Coachman.
Yep.
And I don't remember the other person's name.
That's it.
Yeah, I mean I mean, I want you to do it, but you're not going at this point. You're not overcoming Fedorchak or Kelly for that matter. That's why I want you to just get in on some get in there on that county commission or something, and then 2 years from now, let's hammer it.
I don't know.
What? I do. What do you mean you don't know?
Because you ain't running for Burleigh County shit.
I can't run for Burleigh County anything because my wife's freaking all afraid of getting fired and gets all crazy. I wanted to run for school districts, and she's like, "You ain't running."
Well, don't run for school district. Run for Burleigh County Commission.
No, I want to run for school board. Freaking
school board doesn't have shit to do.
Whatever I run for, it's not about taxes. It's not. I'm running on freaking anti-woke shit. I don't give a shit about taxes.
That's
what about the levies? What about the levies and this? I don't give a shit about those. I just want to smash woke in the face. That's all I want to run on.
Well, then go for the national side.
That's not going to work. My best chances of anything would be at Bismarck's the most. Compared to national, Bismarck's more conservative than anything. So I had a guy in here here's a good story for you. I had a guy in here yesterday from Midco, right?
Fuck Midco.
I'm not disagreeing with you. But he used to work at Shields and he was in the military and he wanted to be a cop and young guy, right? Said, there's no way I'm being a cop. Even in Bismarck, he said, the freaking people hate police. It's freaking woke. I want nothing to do with it. That's why I work here in Midco. I'm going to do my job. And, that's what we got. That's what we got ahead of us. This woke shit.
Yep.
It's here now.
Yep.
And our buddy, Mike Bell there, he does. I agree with him on some things, but most things, this guy is clueless about what's going on in North Dakota. But he's like, "Wow, what are you talking about? This, teaching people? They want to put this thing in the state Republican Party against teaching. What is it like a woke shit in schools? What's the name of it? I remember the guy's name who was here doing it, Isaiah McGee. They told all the teachers, yeah, you got to do this workshop. It's a workshop and there was this guy from frickin' Iowa, Isaiah McGee, telling everybody how racist everybody was. And I mean, it was an indoctrination. And good old Mike Belzer, that's not being taught here. And I'm like, I'm married to a teacher and I know principals and tons. It is being taught here, you dipshit. I hate to,
Yep.
I mean, the guy's probably got an IQ higher than mine, but when it comes to reality and common sense, the guy's a dangerous lack of it.
Yeah. He's an idiot.
Yeah.
And he never ran for county governor or county commission.
Listen, he's not an idiot. I guarantee you the guy's like intelligent level. He's smart, but common sense and reality, he is an idiot. He is an idiot on that part. He's not a dumb person, but common sense and shit, the guy's got a dangerous lack of it.
Yeah.
And it sucks that he's on K-Fire and it's the biggest hammer in the state. No, maybe he'll get elected.
All about the money.
Must be the money.
Oh yeah, I remember them.
Well, you're a DJ, you know the old song.
Yeah. All right, man.
All right,
I'm gonna go to bed. I'm gonna go check heifers here.
All right, brother.
And
I'm gonna try and get up.
I'm gonna find out what it takes to run because I feel like I want to prove you guys wrong.
You're not. Hey.
And if I lose, I lose, and I'm fine with that. But
listen, if you prove me wrong, that's great because I'm gonna be on your team all the way.
It didn't sound like it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
You want me to go for fucking county commissioner in Slope County? Really? Are you fucking kidding me? Really? Yeah. That has nothing to do with anything statewide in the state of North Dakota. I have more credentials with my radio show in the state of North Dakota than I do running for the county commissioner of Slope County.
Yeah, and I'm not denying you on that. I agree with you 100%. I'm just saying politically, let's just talk privately about it. We're not gonna. Whatever you run for, I'm 110% on your freaking wagon, brother. I guarantee you. Whether it's county commission, whether you're running for House, Senate, I'm on your wagon 100%. I guarantee you I am. I'm just saying, I want you to run for something that realistically you probably got to. Because I don't think, I'm being honest, I don't realistically think you're not going to beat Julie Fedorchak, or you're not going to beat Kelly Armstrong. You're not going to beat Rick Becker. Maybe I'm wrong. I would love you to prove me wrong there, but I don't see it.
I agree with you. I probably would beat Rick Becker, but the rest of them fucking beat because Kelly Armstrong ain't in the same race.
I know. I was just mentioning other race. Yeah, right. I know he's running for governor, and you're right. I would rather see you actually be governor in North Dakota than the House.
House pays more.
Yeah, it does, but what do you believe is way better right here in North Dakota?
Well, that's where it's got to start.
Exactly.
All right,
Governor Bachmeier sounds real damn sweet to me.
Gonna have to look into that, man. I might have to run as an independent.
Well, I mean, God, an independent.
You'll never win, but at least they'll know your name.
I would say, think of something. You're not an independent. I mean, independent is like synonymous with leftist to me.
I know, but if you can't get on the ballot now, you can always get on as an independent.
Well, yeah, don't you? Yeah, you gotta have so many signatures, though.
Well, we'll figure that out.
All right. Let's get her done.
I'm going to check into tomorrow.
All right, I'll be listening in the morning, bro.
Well, I probably won't have it by then.
No, I mean, I'm just going to listen to your show in the morning.
Oh, it's going to be awesome.
For you. Who's on with you in the morning anyway?
Jesse. We're going to talk about hog hunting in South Dakota or Texas, maybe. We're going to go back to old school stories.
All right, well, if you don't wake up, give me a call.
Okay, sounds good.
Scott.
Yeah, have a good night.
Talk to you in the morning. Yeah, you too, brother. Night.